back, and if you're watching on YouTube, you've only seen this far, which is good because I don't feel like editing. I'm lazy. So we're back. These are all the players: Yampa, Wereguard, Drax, Bert, and Trent. Yay! We are playing Pendragon, Nanteleod's Legacy, and now we're gonna get started.
Yay!
Just returning from some minor technical difficulties of Discord hating our lives, but we are through it, and we're going to continue. Let's do a quick recap, guys. What do you recall about where you're going and such? What do we know thus far?
We've taken Great Bridge, which is the crossing into Summerland, aka Somerset now, which means we now have access to all of Somerset in theory, but we don't know where the Khorne army is or where King Cadway is, and we have been sent to ride off into the mist to find King Cadway and get some candy canes from him, and then use the candy canes to defeat the Khorne.
Yes, minus the corn and the candy canes. That was pretty much bang on. Okay, let's go ahead and dive in then, shall we? I will do the Iron Sworn Oracle tables. I forgot to do that part.
Because those are the bestest.
You're going into fog. Like, I've established, I think, at least out of character, that this is a supernatural fog. Comes with supernatural things. So let's talk about let's talk about first order of business. Who's Collis playing as? Do we have a sense?
He's playing as one of his household knights, Sir Gwyd.
Sir Gwyd. Do we have any knowledge about anything Sir Gwyd has as far as like any traits or passions or any of that?
Yes, Gwydir was nice enough to help me with that.
Nice. Okay, so you're all set up then.
Yes.
How do you GWYD Gwyd? Sir Gwyd? Or
yes, GWYD. Yeah.
And he even named him after Gwydir. Oh, nice.
Yep. I didn't name him. No.
Gwyd and Gwydir. We're like, we got some. Yeah. Anyways, that won't be confusing.
There can only be one.
No, whatever.
A random roll, right?
Maker.
That's what triggered him. Is he someone we rolled way back for you in the Baron scenes?
Yeah.
When you
were back when I was having a tournament or something.
Yeah, that's right. He's one of the tournament knights. All right. Cool. Well, in that case, gang, are we all going out, all five of you all? Or are you splitting up into different convoys to do this?
Yes, what are we doing, gentlemen?
I mean, if we're all
it's a
going
good
for the
question.
same thing, I don't see why.
Well, we had a rough idea of where Cadway was hiding last time, right? We got some intel on that. So I think that whatever you guys are doing, Gwydir's is going to go there. Try to go there. And to be fair, I have been here before, so I probably, we're the magic forest and the mist notwithstanding, he knows his way around a little bit.
I'll let you make whatever assumptions you want to make. I'm perfectly okay with that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an in-character assumption. Out of character, yes. I'm fucked.
So, yeah, not opposed to anything you said, though. It made sense. The question is, though, like, ultimately what I want to know is, do you guys want to divide up? To put this in a little more clarity, riding out into the fog is like riding out into the unknown. So do you want to ride out in the unknown as one unit, or do you want to suggest splitting up into different convoys? And because effectively you were given multiple charges. You're given a charge in general of seeking out places to liberate, seeking out, the general scouting. You were also asked to find Cadway as a personal ask from your king. So
Rain
you could
Rain would likely be staying with the group, or in this case, Gwydir, since he has the experience of being here, I suppose, before. So
yeah, I think Gwydir just outright states the way he interprets this is like it's a direct order from his king to find like a hidden magical king. This is like the quest of stuff that he's done in a long time, and it's a quest directly given to him by High King Nanteleod. So he's like, "Fuck yeah, this is glory," and he's like, "All right, I'm going, and you guys can come with me or not."
And Rain would be like, yeah, let's go. I mean, he's been kind of traveling with deer, like, no questions asked for a while now.
Okay, Rain, you can take trusting.
Okay.
What about Matic, Gwyd, and Rune?
Well, the other two knights, except for Matic, I guess, they're technically not part of the sword, so he'll go with Gwydir and Rain. Plus, he didn't get a charge because he didn't have enough battle or hunting. You beat it.
You could go out just the three of you. That's an option. And with a reckless 17, I'm tempted to make a critical reckless. I'm tempted to make that a thing. But there was the establishment of a convoy coming along with you, and that's a possibility. Maybe Gwydir's critical on reckless, though, suggests that he's not waiting for the next day.
Exactly.
He's going to go out right now.
Exactly right. He's leaving, and anybody who comes with him is fine if they don't catch up. He's also really energetic, right? So he's like, "Fuck yeah, I'm going." And anybody who sits around to talk about it for too long is going to miss the boat.
Rain established that he's going because he trusts Gwydir effectively, so I had him tick trusting. What about Rune?
If you go blindly into the, let me roll something. I'm gonna roll my own reckless.
Okay.
Because it is reckless to follow Gwydir off into the night.
It is.
Okay, I guess I'm going.
Okay. Is this also based on trust for Gwydir, or
I think it's more of a where is it? What's over here? Yeah, I think it's more of like his cousin's out of the question. Cormac's missing. Maybe he can find one, and well, the other one he can't do much about it. So, I think it's more of like a combination of like the love that he has with his quote unquote brothers, and the duty for his king, I guess.
okay? Which is higher, loyalty Lord or Sword of Nanteleod?
Swords of Nanteleod.
You said that's lower, right?
That's the highest.
The highest. Tick the Nanteleod one then. Pick the lower of the two. All right, and then let's figure out Gwyd and Matic. If we can make sense of it, the two of you can simply catch wind that people are leaving in the night and decide to go with three of the higher glory knights. I mean, Gwyd, you would know that these are companions of your lord, right? That are riding out. For Matic, these are companions of. These are Nanteleod's chosen. One of them's literally a champion.
With them before.
Yeah. I mean, it's as much as the dice have really told a horny Lancelot story for Gwydir so far. So, like, you know,
what could possibly be wrong?
I think at this point, we've established he's a champion. I imagine half the place would follow him if he asked.
Yeah.
You know, he's developed that kind of success ratio where people just will follow him. Not militarily, just like especially questing, right? That's like what Gwydir does to some degree. Yeah, sorry. So Gwyd and Medic.
Uh,
Go for it.
Sir Gwyd would go with them because he's more of a mercenary knight until just recently. So he'd probably go with the loudest talking person.
Alrighty.
Sir Matic, on the other hand, he would have inadvertently followed just far enough that he can't see them, but close enough that if they stop for any reason, he'll accidentally run into them. Not on purpose. I think it's just since he had the same idea as Gwydir. Go out there, find King Cadway, because that's what Nanteleod asked.
Yeah, because you were actually there as Matic, right? For that scene,
Yes.
that request. Okay. So it sounds like we're staying as 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Great news. You ride out into the fog, and as you see it, you realize just how thick this is, that it's hard to see more than 5 feet in front of you. It's almost like you're floating as you look down and you can't even see like the ground from where your horse is riding. Occasionally a tree pops up and you realize you're on a trail, or it's that kind of quality. So we're gonna start with Gwydir, because Gwydir has established that he's recklessly going forward and everyone's following. We're gonna go ahead and give Gwydir a hunting roll -7.
I would like to fumble this if I can. I did not fumble.
Okay. Now, the fun part, I need everyone else to make either a hunting or an awareness roll -2. So it's +5 -7 is kind of the idea here.
There's a phone for you.
See ya.
Hey,
All right. Hold up.
Just waiting on you, Bert. No pressure.
I know. my
You know, the last time we went into the Forest Sauvage just happened too. You know that, right?
It'll all be fine. Everything's fine.
hey, I succeeded.
Sweet.
All right. Well, that tells me something really interesting. We will start next then with every one of you making a spiritual roll. This isn't a spiritual versus worldly. It is a spiritual test.
The spiritual? Okay.
That makes sense for Matic.
We had one success, right, Gwyd? Out of the group?
Yep.
Oh, this will be a minor bit of fun. We're going to keep these short. Okay, so we will start at the top with Rune. I don't even need to roll for this one. I know. You are riding through. You're riding through the woods, and all of a sudden you're alone. But there's a clearing, fortunately, and you see a mountain pass ahead. You feel like compelled to ride towards it. As you do, you realize you're finding your way. Like it's almost like the fog rolls in waves. So as you kind of hit the mountain pass, all of a sudden time gets strange, and then you find yourself riding into Brecon, and you see that the plague has fully taken hold here, and you see people being thrown into piles. a nice big mass grave being set for them as they're piling up. But the piles are so great that they're actually protruding from the mass grave. And you look to see the old man that's doing this, and you see him pull the next body out, and you see the robes of your wife. And he pulls the body out, and you see him move like he's about to heave her into the pile.
Rune just fucking full tilts at the dude, screaming. Probably something not even like human. He probably like heartbroken.
Yeah.
And he kind of like tries to like full tilt at him, and then if he gets there without falling off his horse, he'd like get off his horse and like try to grab the body from him.
Okay. You do. And you can see her covered in like sores, and her skin's pale, and she's cold to the touch. And as you kind of take her in your arms in that moment, her eyes open up. And she looks at you and says, "Where were you? Where were you when this happened? You abandoned us. You let us die." I can see Yampa going through it right now.
He's like stumbling his words, like no, it was my duty. I had to write out. I left preparations. No.
Make a worldly test since you failed spiritual.
Ooh.
All right. You kind of shake it off, and all of a sudden you're back on the trail, getting feedback again. Yeah, you're back on the trail, and you can hear. It's very clear that you're kind of alone. You don't see anybody. You don't hear anybody, but you do hear something just slightly ahead. And we're gonna go to Rain next, because Rain's the other one that failed hunting. Fumbled hunting.
Yeah, I fumbled it. Yeah,
Awareness.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But same roll. So I want you to roll me 2d100.
Oh, fun. 9 and 5.
Rune, by the way, your worldly is 11 now.
That is an extremely low roll.
9 and 5. Holy shit.
You see smoke ahead in a clearing. It looks like the remnants of a battle.
Rain would be quickly trying to get there to investigate.
Okay. Do you have any suspicions, Anarchy?
Oh, yeah.
Towards who?
Kedrick.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see the tattered banners of Nanteleod's army. Riding closer, you see not only Nanteleod on the ground dead, but Finnegan.
Oh.
There's a small retinue that remains behind of an enemy banner. It's hard to say what that banner is. Make a heraldry roll.
Crit heraldry.
Holy shit. You know this banner. This is the banner of the ancient Cilier's tribe. The tribe that most people from Escavalon are.
Yeah.
Long before Vortigern and then Vortimer kind of took the clan effectively, they had their own identity that wasn't directly tied to the king. They were a tribe, just like every other Kimri tribe. It wasn't like they were conquered or anything. It's just kind of a change from tribalism to feudalism, if that makes sense. And
Yeah,
with the banner, you see Kedrick at the helm.
Uh-huh. Rain would probably, I mean, this would be visceral. He would be just shouting at him like, "How could you, traitor, oathbreaker?"
Okay.
Interestingly enough, that's what he, apparently the rumors being spread about Rain. So
I want you to make a test between your suspicion for him and with your bonus on that versus your worldly.
okay. So suspicious with the bonus first. Ooh. And then worldly. Uh-oh. Fail them both.
Okay.
Am I rolling them again?
No, I don't think so. I'm trying to think what I'm going to do here. I think you managed to pull yourself out of it, but you feel a bit dazed. You're going to be suffering a -2 to all your rolls until this is shaken.
Okay.
You still feel that hot anger for Kedrick. Not just suspicion, the anger, like he just murdered your king. Like he just betrayed you. You know, like you hear those stories of someone like having a bad dream about someone and then being mad at them even though it didn't happen. It's one of those vibes. And as you stir too, you hear someone behind you.
Rain would be, of course, on edge after this encounter, would kind of whip around, hand on his sword. Who goes there?
Rune, you encounter Rain. His voice as he calls out to you. So far, he's the only one you've seen since coming out of your vision, which was real recently that little vision faded.
He'll blink, and can I see him? Is he like in the clearing that I was in, or is he like further out, like out?
He's like in the clearing, so you can't quite see him entirely. You see like his visage in the, like you see his silhouette like through the fog. His voice comes really clear to you. Now I don't know if you feel suspicious or not about that, but that's how you feel.
He'll call out. Who goes? Rain, is that you?
Rune.
He'll approach, but he'll have. He's still shaking from what he saw, so he'll have his hand on like the pommel of his sword as he rides forward, but he's like looking to see, like making like just hoping that it's him.
Understood.
Rain, where are the others?
I don't know. I got lost. As usual. This mist is unnatural.
Yes, I saw some things. Well,
You too.
yes. I believe we might be fucked, Rain.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Let's find the others.
Yes. After you.
And Rain would try to
Okay.
find the others.
Who is going to lead this hunting roll? -7.
Yeah, not me. I can't. We will stay in here for decades if you want me to roll that.
I mean,
I think that puts Rain at
can
minus
try.
9, right?
I'm at -9. Yeah, I'll be at
Do-
Oh my
7.
god,
Do
I'm
you
a
want to
minus
try to
1.
impassion?
Yeah, I can. I
Yeah,
can
it's
do,
up to you. It's up to you. I will
yeah,
never put
okay.
after seeing what it's done to Bert. I will never push passions on people again. So, but actually, I should. I should do that.
Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen?
Use it more.
Yeah.
Well, since
Oh.
we're trying to find the rest of the swords, I will try to impassion with the swords.
And
We lost someone.
Bert's camera dropped.
Oh, it's back. Okay.
Internet connection stumbled for a second.
You said -9. Oh, that's my impassion first. Does my impassion roll take the -2 as well, or yes?
I will say no if it is your greatest passion.
Let's see. Is it my greatest? It is not. My greatest is love family at 18. So
Then it
-2.
does.
Passed. Okay.
All right.
So I get to impassion.
So you get the +5.
The -9 for a -4.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fun. Let's go.
Just roll the
Really
dice
good
correctly.
hunting roll.
The
Oh,
game's
yeah.
really easy. You just roll the right numbers.
That would have been a crit.
Those are the worst, right?
Well, we lost for a while.
The two of you ride for what feels like days, and I'll get you both to make an awareness roll. Drax, you're just back to the -2, but otherwise it's a flat roll. Otherwise,
Gotcha. Worst Forester ever.
Have you passed the hunting roll ever?
I passed.
Hey.
okay. All right. You hear something ahead. Sounds like a rider.
Who goes there?
All right.
Oh crap!
What?
What's this idiot doing here?
He's lost as well. That's why he wasn't there the last session.
Hey. Hey, buddy.
Alrighty. Welcome in, Cyberbro. Welcome back to a game that you haven't played in for a while.
It's been a
We
while.
missed you.
Let me just fix your camera for you here real quick.
No
Everybody's
worries, no
favorite
worries.
All right.
Happy
And
to
then
be back.
I think I even have your old labeled name, though it might say like Sir Florence right now. Hold on, let me check. It does.
Sir Florence.
There we go. And fixed. The two of you see an armored knight, a bit older than the last time you saw him, but he's clearly Sir Lucius. You wouldn't forget it. One of Nanteleod's swords.
Sir Lucius. Is that really you?
Have I noticed them yet? Or
Yes, you do, and you're kind of like coming out of a bit of a trance, in this moment.
okay, I'll look behind. Look behind us since there seems like they're coming behind me. No, this must be another trick of the mist. It's a very real one, and I'll like reach out to touch them.
We are
What do you
very
guys-
real, Lucas.
I'll
What do you-
clasp his hand, like his arm, like a high kind of gesture. It's like Lucius. I thought you lost. I hadn't heard from you in ages.
Hugs all around. Like if we're doing like the clasp the arm, Lucius just hugs them. It's been some time. I see you are all in the mist now. Summerland is an enchanting place.
Yeah, not in the good
Is
way.
that the word you use for it?
You get used to it after a while. What are you all doing here?
Our king's
here with
tasked
you.
us with finding the king, Cadwy.
Finding Cadwy. Oh, well, that's a... Lucius will laugh. Cadwy is, could be all around us. He's more than likely in a swamp somewhere with a lean-to, I would assume. That's passes for his court
Lucius.
these days.
King Nanteleod's trying to liberate Summerlin right now.
Ah.
We're looking for the rest of the court so we can gather our allies to fight back.
I don't know of the greater Summerland resistance situation at large. However, I believe a sizable number of knights went to the swamps with Cadwy. Beyond that, I know Lady Olwyn is not in Summerland at the moment.
Lucius, I want you to make a spiritual or worldly test, your choice.
Okay, spiritual, worldly, roll 20. I don't need a tour.
It
Oh, yeah.
insists that you take tours.
Oh yeah, your character sheet might be off. Do you need me to cut over your other character sheet? I didn't even think of that.
Oh yeah. This is an older one. We'll probably have to cut over to the other one.
It's okay. I can do that like pretty lightning quick here. So let me. Now that I said that, it'll probably take me 3 hours. 1 sec.
No worries.
Yeah, this is over.
Yeah,
Fellas,
right.
I missed you guys.
It's been a while.
Okay.
It's been a while.
Been all gallivanting around and everything in Summerlin.
Mostly lost in the mist.
Was it just
Where have you been here? Yeah, I've been rowing. He's been rowing this whole time. 1 sec.
Yep.
Oh,
Failing
no.
hunting checks.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's try that again. It should have worked, but it didn't. So let's try one more time.
So you jinxed yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I had it. I'm like, see that? Fate, I proved you wrong. And I was like, just kidding. Sucker. Well, let's hope that it just overwrote your sheet. If you close and reopen, does it look good now?
I closed it. Now it's gone.
Oh, you don't see it now? Okay, that's good. That means it overwrote it. I just got to give you the permissions back. So. All right. You should see it now.
Okay, Sir Lucius. Oh yeah, older Lucius. Here we go. Okay, spiritual and wardly.
Wordly. One day, Roll20 will fix that. One day.
Yes, weirdly.
All right. So if spiritual passes, it passes. Okay.
Okay. Do you want the worldly?
No. Nope.
Okay.
Whichever one you chose, that's the one. If it succeeds, you don't roll the other.
Okay.
You realize in this moment as you're kind of talking, because you're talking very like, oh yeah, things are normal here, nothing. You just realize that like your last memory was being in Cameliard and waking up from a nightmare of your amour pleading for your help as she's being dragged towards a pyre, and you went into madness, and then you went into the fog, and you're just kind of, all this is just setting in now as you find your friends, and you've come to this realization that you too are now effectively lost in the fog without an understanding of where you went. Add 100 glory to your character for going into madness.
Yay, glory!
Right?
And
Sweeten the pot a little bit. I'm not saying it's worth it. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So I guess you all would see Lucius just kind of zone out for a bit, stare off into the middle distance, and then he just snaps back. I have to go to Cornwall. There's a woman I must save. He just snaps back, just that quick.
Oh,
I gave my
not
oath.
alone, you're not.
Well, I would hope I
Well-
wouldn't go alone. We're all friends, right?
For the time being, seems that we're traveling together until we find the others. We gotta find Sir Gwydir and Sir Matic and
Sir Matic.
Sir Colos's household knight. I don't remember his name.
Would I think he took a
Good.
fancy to our
Yes.
with you.
Not fan.
So, something's happened then. Sir Matic, please update me on all the changes.
He's a knight.
Yeah, he was Cormac's squire. He rode with us
Yes,
for
yes.
some time.
Yes, Cormac Squire, but where's Sir Cormac?
Lost to us as well.
Missing, best we can tell.
Missing in the mist, or has he gone
prior.
mad?
He went on one of his maddening adventures again.
Oh,
In the middle of a siege, might I add.
Oh. Lucius would audibly this looks sad. So much has changed. All right, let us ride off.
Not really. When it comes
Not
to
really?
Not when it comes to Sir Cormac. It's happened a bit, I suppose.
Such is the fate of the blessed.
Indeed.
Well, stay close. If you ride off too fast, you'll get lost again in the mist.
Yes.
All
As
right.
you said, an enchanting place.
Yes, yes.
Summerlin, friend to outsiders. Tell your friends. Great vacation spot.
Great vacation spot, exactly.
All right, we're gonna cut over to the other folks. We'll do their bit, and then we'll come back here shortly. So we had everyone fail the. I think the three of you passed your hunting rolls or your awareness, one of the two. Gwyd, yes. Gwydir, yes. And Matic, yes. And then, but all three of no. I'm just looking for who failed spiritual. I think
Matic
Did
failed
everybody?
spiritual.
I think everybody failed spiritual from the looks of it. I'm just looking for Gwyd.
I believe
no, Gwyd
Gwyd
did not.
actually passed.
Gwyd
Yeah,
did not.
Gwyd passed.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, Gwyd, we're gonna put you on hold for a second because we'll learn a little bit more about Gwyd in a second here. We're gonna go. Actually, you know what? We'll deal with that right now. Roll me 2d100, Gwyd. That's you, Wergar.
But I didn't hear anything that you just said.
Roll 2d100.
15 and 44.
Okay. You realize for a second in the fog that you're alone, and you see, you hear before you see what sounds like an army kind of passing by. You see like there's an opening, like probably an actual road ahead that you can spy. You are of course off the road on a forest path and shrouded by the fog, so it's unlikely that anyone will see you. You see this small army, maybe a couple of convoys, pass by. They have banners. I want you to make a heraldry roll plus 10.
Heraldry roll plus 10. Nope.
No, that's fair. Ooh, there's one thing that even a failed heraldry roll will tell you. This is you see the banners of the Roman colors and the letters S, P, Q, and R. The banner of Pyro, and you see the army pass by. They are not aware of your presence, and they will continue on their way. And that's your little bit. I will give you a tick to your awareness. If you haven't ticked that, you can tick spiritual. And even though you failed heraldry, because this is a character you're not going to touch very often, we'll give you a tick on heraldry.
All right.
Okay, we will go next to Matic. Matic, please roll me 2d100.
All right. Matic
Get 'em.
time. Time to do Matic things. Like fail.
Yep.
Or is that just a Robert thing at this point? 94 and 31.
And don't drag me
Thanks.
into this too. That's my name. What's it?
And it's a Bart thing.
There we go. Oh. Well, that can't be because you didn't pass. You didn't pass spiritual.
No. Failed spiritual, but I passed my hunting roll.
Right. Okay. Okay, I've got a plan for this. What is Maddox's highest passion?
Highest passion is the only specific one we were given when he was created. His love of family. It's a 19.
All right.
He goes
You
mad.
you come upon the site of your manor, your family's homeland. Except for, where does Matic live? If we establish that,
We did. He is the son of Sir Dai up in Cameliard.
yep. So you come upon your family's manor in Cameliard. All of a sudden, you see, or I should say, the remnants of the manor, where it's been burned down.
Father. And he would ride hard for it.
You arrive and you see, it looks like it doesn't take you long to identify that there is a body here. The body of your father. You see that it's been stripped of all his finers, all his jewelry, anything worth money has been taken from him. He's been left in just his basic clothing, worn from the weather. I want you to test your spiritual or worldly, your choice here. Actually, sorry, you can test your worldly. That's how we're doing this right now.
All right.
Okay.
Failed worldly.
Okay. Give me an awareness test.
Failed awareness.
Okay. We will leave you in that state of sorrow, Matic, for a moment as we shift to Gudir. Gudir.
Good timing.
Yep.
Wie geht's?
What's that?
Oh, sorry, I heard German.
No. Guten Tag. Yeah, let me
Good
roll some
timing.
shit.
No, you don't have to. Yours is easy.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. What is your eldest child, Whittier, at this point? The one you know about. one you actually raise and have a relationship with.
Yeah. The eldest one, her name is Timea. She is my daughter to a random serving lady. Her mother was never described.
Okay. And you actually have a relationship with her? Because it
With
won't
the daughter,
matter.
yes.
otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume that the serving lady is there as well. Oh, no, she does have a name. No, she doesn't. Hold on. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yes.
If you acknowledged this bastard as yours, you would have taken them into your manor, and the servant would, the mother wouldn't have a relationship with the kid. That's usually how that kind of thing would happen.
Oh,
It would.
how awful.
Yeah.
Well, this is the daughter's name. She would be. She's 10.
Okay. Yeah. You hear. All of a sudden, you're riding through Carline, and you hear the bells from the church.
Okay. Is it reasonable to assume that this isn't real? Obviously, out of I don't want a metagame. Like, I know it feels real, but obviously, Gwydir, is he aware that he was just riding through a forest and this is probably some trick of the miss, or?
Not with a failed spiritual roll, it's not.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Church bells. Well, there's nothing else to go to, so he will ride toward the church bells.
Yeah, it's sort of like being in a dream or a trance, right? Is the vibe.
Yeah. Gotcha.
You arrive to see the ceremony ending, and you see it was a wedding. People are exiting. You see this is, of course, the Roman church. You see a fine knight and his bride as they exit. I want you to make a recognize roll.
Recognize. No.
Yeah, you're not sure who these people are as you ride up.
What's going on over here, then? It's looking like we've got a wedding of some sort. I would have thought that I would have been informed.
The lady speaks and she says, I didn't want you to attend, Father.
My daughter.
Yep, Timea.
How old
As in,
is
she looks like she's, just of age as a maiden kind of thing. Like, somewhere in the, we don't touch that with a 10-foot pole on the stream, but, within the proper age limits of marriage in Pendragon, the game, and not my fault.
Yeah.
She
is of age.
Yes. Yeah. It's not terrible. It's just not quite to modern standards. Yeah.
You didn't want me to it. Well, who is this then?
We'll make it. This is Sir Pule. And you see, a very, even though his name is Kimrick, he's a very Roman-looking guy. And you hear, the clicking of a cane at this point. As you look over to the church, you see the Archbishop coming out.
Of course I see the Archbishop.
Yeah.
Who on Rhiannon's green pastures is Sir Poole? He says, and he probably puts his hand on his sword.
Yeah. Dubricus says, "Go away, pagan. You're not welcome here after the death of Nanteleod."
The death of Nanteleod.
Worldly roll at that point.
Oh, okay, cool. That's it. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no. Gwydir's going into madness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to increase my spiritual?
No. Nope. You all of a sudden you snap. The death of Nanteleod. You've heard it. And it's like your biggest fear. Like this Dubricus stuff sucks, but the death of Nanteleod, you're your highest loyalty gone. And in this moment, it's so real to you. You just panic and you ride off.
Can I kill Dubricus in my dream?
You go to do so, and you're halted, of course, because this is a nightmare. You're not meant to win. Not unless you roll spiritual successfully at the beginning, which no one did. So all of a sudden, Gwyd and Matic, you two find each other in the fog.
Matic looks like he's been crying.
Sir Gwyd will spit on the ground. What has you in tears?
Where are we? No. No, my... Sir Gwyd. Where are we right now?
Sir Gwyd will probably scratch his head for a second. You've gone and hit your head. We're in Somerset.
Awareness rolls, both of you. Matic, because of you failed worldly, right? The last time? Yeah.
Yeah.
You are at that -2 that Rain is at as well on your rolls. Gwyd, you hear a horse charging your way, like trotting hard your way from behind you. Could be an ambush.
Do I know which direction?
It's coming from behind you, like on the forest trail that you just rode from.
We're
with
not in Cameliard.
No, boy. Now pull out your sword. And he'll spin his horse around.
You see Gwydir, and he's just going full tilt. He doesn't, at first you're like, is he gonna charge me? But you don't see a weapon in his hand. You just see him riding, and he's just moving. It's like he doesn't even notice the two of you as he just is yelling something. You hear Dubricus. You hear the name Dubricus as he rides past you with that look of rage.
Gwydir?
Curse you, Bale!
Sir Gwyd, and then he'll just pass by him. All right. Where's he off to?
I mean, he's cursing Dubricus, so maybe he's heading back for Carlion. But we're in Somerset.
That's is he already like far gone by now?
You guys could try, like, he's getting ahead, but if you guys like moved right now, you could try to keep up with him.
Do we want to take the risk?
Sir Gwyd will shrug. Well, I see no one else here, so, and then he'll just spur his horse on. Sir Gwyd, wait!
And Matic. Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna
riding after Gwydir too.
We'll do some competing horsemanship rolls here. Just looking for, is anyone scoring significantly higher than anyone else?
Just flat, yeah?
I'd say for Maddox at a -2, but everyone else is flat. Well,
go back.
Remember when you were told Cyberbro, that nothing changes here around here. It was both in
Clear-
and out.
Clearly, it's good to be back. It's good to be back.
Yeah. Do I get glory for madness? I do, don't I? What is it? 100?
Yeah,
100 glory.
100 glory.
Fuck yeah.
Good news is I gave you the 100 glory.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay, Matic, we're actually not gonna have you just eat shit and fall off your horse. I think it's less interesting. I think you're gonna lose them in the fog, and we'll get to that in a minute. We're gonna zoom over to Rune, Rain, and Lucius, who have some semblance of a plan, and no one's in madness in that group right now, so a little easier
Thanks
to
for
organize.
jinxing it for us.
Yeah.
Thanks for jinxing it.
And so with Lucius, Lucius, Rain, and Rune, who will be your guide here that will lead you through the mist?
I could. I've got an 11 in hunting, so
I mean, even with the penalty, I mean, what are we at? Am I still just -2, or is there still that other penalty from before too?
The -7 is still active.
-7. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that would put me with hunting at 9.
lead the way,
Yeah.
man.
You realize, Lucius, you've kind of relied on more or less like the Summerlanders to navigate you through the fog, while you were here. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm looking around for Olwen, Beatrice, Elian. Just like, they're not.
Well, Elian
here.
never helped you. She just got you lost. But
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so Rain's basically looking at Lucius because, as far as he knows, Lucius has been here, so I figured he'd know. And then, yeah.
I mean, Lucius would be very public about it. Like, oh no, I just trust the mist. I just walk in the mist, takes me where I have to go. Well, you go through a nightmare, but then you go where you need to go, and you can beat Merlin.
Yes, and enchanting, like you said,
Yes.
sounds more terrifying than enchanting.
You get used to it.
And Rain just starts trying to lead the blind out of here.
all right, give her. Let's see it.
Oh man, so that -9 too.
So
close.
close. Yeah.
Well, I should have
See?
impassioned again.
That's how you do it. Just trust the mist.
Yeah. 10 years later, we might get out of here.
Actually,
Gonna end up like Pelennor, man.
you impassioned out of that last scene, and this is technically like right after that. So I have no problem with you adding the +5 to that, making it a success, because you were impassioned, like literally in the scene
was the same
with
scene.
Lucius. Yeah.
Okay. Then that
From
passed.
here, the passion will leave you, but we'll
Okay.
make it active till then.
Okay.
All right. I will get a D100 roll from Yampa, and then one from Cyberbro, please.
All right. 83.
As long as it's not another troll, I'm fine.
You said it.
Ye-
No.
I mean, Rain's never encountered one yet, so that would be fun.
I haven't seen a troll either. Seen a giant.
It's not
Seen
fun.
some other things. Wouldn't recommend it, but I haven't seen a troll.
Hey, the giant was cool.
Yeah, bowling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the giant was cool. It was the other stuff, like the cultist and whatnot. Yeah.
Like not so cool stuff.
Lucius, you recognize the sight right away as it becomes apparent. You're entering Barrel Crest.
Oh. Gentlemen, this is Barrel Crest. I spent most of my time here. The lady of this land, well, is or was, I don't know the current geopolitical status, but Lady Olwen. She
And what is the status of this place? Has this been taken over by the Cornish as well?
conquered, probably put to the torch. I wasn't here when it happened.
Lovely.
Oh,
Yes,
great.
we should probably start sneaking.
Yes.
Sneaking.
I'm not leaving my horse behind in this mist.
No.
Oh no. Yes, yeah. I lost the horse in the mist. You will lose your horse if you leave it behind.
Are there any like what are we looking at? Is it like a big castle, a manor?
Yeah. So it's a manor on top of a hill, and the fog sort of shrouds around the whole area around. It looks like a burned, more or less burned down or pillaged town, and then it rides up to a manor on top of the hill. There's also a valley nearby with like strange colored. Something strange about it. Like everyone gets just a weird vibe about that valley. It's like
so the manor's untouched, or is the manor also burned down?
The manor is not burned down. The manor clearly has seen battle, though. There's parts of it that are destroyed, but it's mostly stone. So,
are there banners flying off of the walls?
Yes, the banners of the Cornish.
Oh.
Great.
Well, that is certainly not a good sight.
Yes, I
Not
would
without
recommend you go around.
If we had brought that convoy, if Gwydir hadn't left us without the convoy, maybe we would have liberated this place.
Yes. Also, we don't want to go into that valley. Bob, would I know the valley is like the Barrow Vale? I think I've been out there.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't want to go there. That's very, very bad place to go.
Fair enough.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. What's the best way to skirt this town for now?
On the other side of the ominous flashing lights. That's Lucius's recommendation.
Well, shall we go then?
After you.
Also, there's a rock around here we need to avoid. It has some symbols that was on it last Samhain. We want to avoid that rock.
A rock?
Is there something that we should not avoid? Like, is there anything nice about this place?
Is there anything nice here?
The people were very kind. The people were kind. Yes.
Off we go.
As you guys go, you guys go around. What you end up doing is you end up riding kind of the long way around and then through like the grove that's nearby it. And I'll give you all three of you an awareness roll real quick.
An awareness roll.
I'm still rolling flat, right? I haven't done anything.
Yeah. The only one that matters though. The only one that has a -2 is Rain currently, and we haven't cracked the code on the lie. Rune, you're kind of looking around. You're like, this is nice. It's like the way that it's like very scenic. It's like very pretty looking.
If that town wasn't burned down, it would have been a nice place to live at some point.
Yeah. And both Rain and Lucius hear like what sounds like something crack or crunch nearby.
Sword is drawn almost immediately.
So sword out.
I'll pull mine out as they pull theirs, and he looks very confused.
And he just kind of watches where he heard the sound, waiting.
You see a figure come out. He's like in a brown robe, almost like a priest robe, but it's covering his head as well. And he comes out. He's sort of like moving slowly towards you all.
Lucius will whisper, if he asks for your name, don't give it. Make him give his name first.
Okay.
Do you know him?
No, it's just things are strange here. You have to adapt. I've adapted. Hail and well met, traveler. Lucius will call out to him.
Yeah.
Hell. For what army do you ride? The voice says.
We are Knights of Nanteleod.
Recognize roll Lucius.
now this is going to be like a success. Yeah, I'm back, baby.
You remember that voice. It's a voice of Minotos. It sounds a bit strained at the moment. You remember the last time you saw Minotos is when everyone rode out trying to find Finnegan when he left St. George.
Lucius will hop off his horse. Sir Minotos, this is Lucius.
All right, since he uses the name, I can give a recognize roll to Rune and to Rain. You can add +7 to your roll.
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
Rain, you never heard of it. Rune, you realize this is one of if it's the same Minotos, and this guy looks like he's like a washed up middle-aged guy, but if it's the same Minotos, he was one of Uther's like household knights. He would have been what you guys are to Nanteleod, effectively.
I'm just gonna. I'll relay that information to Rain, but he'll look very dubious while he does so, and he'll let Lucius keep talking, doing the talking.
Sir Lucius, he says, like confused.
Yes, we found the boy. He whispers conspiratorially. We found the boy. He's safe. How long have you exited the mist?
I don't know. He looks at you confused.
We're right now. My companions from the Nanteleod's lands we're riding for King Catwe. I give him water. Like I give him some water, some rations. He's probably very hungry and just looking back. You may ride on my horse if that makes it easy for you. Please come with me. And I would introduce him as Sir Minotos to the group.
He gives a nod to you both. He seems very like out of it and very like fatigued.
Remind me real quick. Last session was Nanteleod sending us specifically to find Cadway, or didn't we had like a little conversation, all of us with him, that he wanted us to find Finnegan?
Kind of both.
You guys talk. I'll let you guys like recall that together. Character.
Fairly certain that he, fairly certain that he. Did I hear Lucius? It's been so long that I keep forgetting your name. Did I hear Lucius say
Yes.
Finnegan that they found the boy?
Yeah.
Lucius, brother, the boy. Might you be referring to Finnegan?
Oh yes, Finnegan. Yes, dear Finnegan, I knighted him.
Well, Cormac's gonna love those news. Well, where might he be until he wishes for him to be seen safely to his custody?
Oh,
Yes,
he's in
very
Cameliard.
important.
He's with King Leo de Grance in Cameliard. Yes, I was just there. Then I woke up and now I'm here.
Oh, really? That's news.
Why would Leo de Grance not tell Nanteleod?
This will be problematic.
Lucius, do you remember your ride to Glevum? Do you remember who you told?
Who I told? I spoke with Leo de Grance on the way to the Glevum.
But you talked to Nanteleod in Glevum.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
you
talked to
updated
Nanteleod
him.
in Glevum. Yeah, and I gave him a full update. Yeah. So, okay, gotcha. So, well, yes, the king would be aware. I gave him a full update. He said my mother passed, and Lucius gets sad for a second. Yes, the
What kind of
king's
game's
aware.
going on here?
Not quite sure.
You guys
What?
have to ask probing questions of the king when you meet him. Like I.
All right.
That's not really my place.
Yeah. Oh, you tend not to do that?
Well, how will you know what you're supposed to do if you don't ask the questions?
You follow orders. That's what we do.
Yes, but
We're
now we're
knights.
confused.
Yeah, confused in the middle of a mist that gives you nightmares and then gets you lost. We're missing half of our entourage. The king knows where the kid is, and he sent us to look for him. But now we have to look for a king that might be in a lean-to in a swamp surrounded by trolls, giants, and God knows what else. Well, my people are dying in Brecon.
Rain's just like rubbing his face and just completely baffled at this information. Considering that he serves directly under Leodegrance. And he hasn't heard nothing of that either.
Right.
We'll
So, Sir Minotos, here's some water. I'll give Minotos some water. Like,
he'll take the water, and we'll move away from that scene with the assumption you guys are still moving forward, like original plan of carrying on. We move back to Gwydir, Gwyd, and Matic. Gwydir and Matic, I'm going to give you, for there cannot be two if you're separate, I want you to do a spiritual off, but Gwydir, you will, because of your insanity right now, you'll have a plus 10 to your spiritual test here.
There can be only one.
That's not going to work.
Damn, Bert. Damn, Bert. If we are playing D&D, you would have... Wait, did you answer this? Would these all be ones? Or would
No,
you
they'd
roll
be
high?
ones. Yeah, he answered that last game. Yeah.
Okay.
if this was D&D, he'd be solid. Like, he's a guy you want at the table, you know?
No. If this were
No,
D&D,
because it turned to
those
ones.
would all be ones.
Mhm.
That's why I don't... That's why the one D&D game I'm in, I don't roll dice. I tell everyone else to roll more dice.
That's right.
That's
Jeez.
a miss. Do it
Okay.
again.
Gwydir and Gwyd. I got something good anyways for this. So Gwydir and Gwyd. Gwydir, you're riding very instinctively because of your badness. You come upon a camp, but you don't care. You're filled with anger for Dubricus. You need to find Dubricus. Gwyd, you, however, can make a heraldry roll, and you can add +5 to it. Okay. You know those are Summerlin banners, but you're not sure of who or what. They're definitely like when you were studying the heraldry of Summerlin preparing for this battle, you remember this heraldry. It resonates with you. So you're going into a Summerlin camp, not a Cornish camp. Deer is not slowing down. He's riding as hard as he can through the camp. You're muted.
That's what I get for being muted. I'm assuming Sir Gwyd has heard Sir Gwydir say several times about Dubricus or yelling about him.
Yes. Yep.
So, thinking on his feet, he will say, "These people can help us find Dubricus, whoever that is."
Yeah, you wouldn't even know as Gwyd, would you? Because you're not spending time in Carline. Gwydir, I think that resonates with you.
Hell yeah. They will help me, or they will suffer the consequences. Yeah, I think. Does he ride back to Gwyd, or does he just ride straight for the camp? I think he just rides straight for the camp.
Okay. Yeah, you ride right into the camp, and all of a sudden there are a number of guards in front of you, like with spears. You know, they're all guarding like the main tent. And it's at this point, you all, or the two of you rather, see the flaps of the tent open up, and out emerges the Magician King. For those that have met Cadwy, he is not what you might, or for those who have met Cadwy, this is, you know, never a strange sight. He's an oddball, however. For those who've never met Cadwy, when you think of the Magician King, perhaps his appearance is a bit stranger than you might expect. It's not the look of Merlin, to say the least. He looks a bit unhinged, a bit uncle-ish, not very knightly at all. Definitely tall and big, but also very wide and unathletic.
He's
And
a little circle guy.
he'll walk over to the two of you.
You there! Noble man! Fat and full of cake! Find me the Archbishop! I am Sir Gwydir of Escavalon, champion of Nanteleod, champion of Summerland!
He waves
Find
his
me the
hand.
Archbishop!
Give me a con roll minus 10.
Dead.
Oh.
Blah.
All of a sudden, Gwydir is like in the middle of that tirade, and just his eyes just close, and he goes right off his horse onto the ground. Roll a d6. Yeah, 3 damage. Yeah.
Ow. Does that wake me up?
No, not for a few seconds. He'll look to, with a fumble specifically, not quite yet.
Yep.
Roll. No, we won't do rolls. Well, I'll just let you know narratively when you're back. He then walks over to Gwyd and says, "What was this man rambling about? This is Sir Gwydir, yes?"
Yes, that is Sir Gwydir. May I have the honor of knowing who you are?
Well, I assume that you came here because you were looking for me, but perhaps you were just following him. And he kind of kicks at Gwydir's side a little bit, and you notice like Gwydir's like snoring. He's like, "Oh."
Gwydir snores like an absolute freight train as well.
Yeah.
Sir Gwydir will look over, his saddle down at Sir Gwydir. I see. You must be the king. And I don't know what you did to him, but I would definitely not like that put onto me. And he'll throw his hands up so he can see his hands. Yes, we were looking for you, and we've been sent by King Nanteleod.
I see. Where is Nanteleod now?
We have taken. What was the name of the?
You can call it Great Bridge.
Great Bridge.
We've taken Great Bridge after a short but bloody siege, and the king is currently trying to establish some type of foothold.
Gwydir, it's about now that you start to wake up and you feel like you're coming out of a dream, You feel really calm. The madness has left you, so we're going to take 50 of that glory away because it's not as epic as it could be.
Fair.
Yeah. But you feel like where Gwydier's a little more like sporadic in his recklessness, like some of that, at least for right now, just this scene is kind of quelled. Like you feel calm, put together as you wake up.
Nice.
You just had a magic cookie or something, you know?
Hell yeah. Where is what? King Cadway? What are you doing? Where am I? I've won. I did it. Wow. I'm confused but successful. Which is not quite so unusual for me.
Your ally here was just telling me that King Nanteleod has taken Greatbridge back. Does he intend to return it to me?
Gwydir stands up slowly, kind of like dusts off some of the mud, looks around for his horse and is next to him. King, I believe there was a negotiation to take place. I'm a little forgetful at the moment, so I'm not entirely sure what he said, but I think it was something along the lines of perhaps we would drive out the Cornish and you would serve under the High King Nanteleod, but you would remain a petty king of this land. I think. I cannot speak for my king, Your Grace.
He wishes to treat with me then.
Yes, he does, and with your aid to navigate this confounding mist, Your Grace, and without force, we would drive the corns back to whence they belong.
Well, that sounds like a good plan. Mostly. But that, I suppose that would involve me traveling with you back to Greatbridge then.
Well, I believe that would be best, rather than marching a whole army just over here to talk with you, I suppose, Your Grace. We have a rather good position there, and, well, I can't imagine how much of our army we would lose in this confounding forest, lovely as it is. I would be happy to escort you back. Speaking of which, Sir,
Gwyd.
Sir Gwyd, you. Where is everybody else?
Sir Gwyd will kind of shrug. This fog is, I'm assuming, sent people every in which way. And, in your haste, Sir Maddock fell behind, so wherever he's at, I have no idea.
Sir Maddock has always been a little bit useless. I'm not so surprised by that, but Sir Rune I would have thought would have kept up just fine, and Rain, well, he's reliable at the best of times, and, well, I suppose these are not the best of times.
Okay. Cadwy will nod to you all and say, well, it's late. Perhaps you're unaware of such, but it will soon be sundown, and that is no good time to travel in these lands. Stay the night, and I will return with you to Greatbridge in the morning. Should you accept it?
Of course, Your Grace, I would never turn down the hospitality of such a... Well, I was going to say glorious, but that's not exactly the word. Impressive man as yourself. But there is still the matter of my companions, Your Grace. Particularly if there is this little bit of trouble in the evenings, perhaps it wouldn't be best if we perhaps with your help we could find them a little sooner than that.
It seems that the fog has chosen a different path for them for now. It's best to allow them to follow it.
Let me roll trusting. He's a little bit suspicious of all of this business.
It's true.
You do know that we're here to help you. King Candy. I think he calls him King Candy by accident. King Candy.
Cadwy.
Cadwy. I apologize, Your Grace. I'm not sure how well Nanteleod would. It seems like perhaps we'd be getting off on the wrong foot if we lost some of his best knights in the forest, is all I'm saying, Your Grace.
You may do as you wish, Sir Gwydir. He looks to Sir Gwyd and says, the offer remains with you, should you wish to stay and escort me tomorrow.
Sir Gwyd will only take probably a second. And hop off his horse and be ready to lead his horse into the camp. I am with you, Your Grace. I think some rest with a notable person as yourself would be quite appetizing.
Gwydir, I want you to test 2 traits for me in this conflict of passions, or passions for me. I want you to roll loyalty to your king versus either love family, if it's about Cormac, but if it's more about your companions, it's sort of Nanteleod you're competing against.
I think it's the companions. I think to a large degree because of the madness he's accepted that Cormac is on his journey, but this is more about, the companions. So, do what you want with that.
Interesting. I want you to re-roll both, and I gotta check something real quick.
Okay. Yeah,
Ooh.
that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's what he was leaning towards anyway. I think that the things going through his head, one is that he doesn't trust leaving this mission with whoever the fuck this guy is, this one Sir Gwyd fellow. He's like, this is too important, because he was thinking, I'm going to go find my companions, but then it's the success of the mission is dependent on this guy. And that doesn't sit well with him. So I think that he's like, no, it's too important for this to work. My companions are going to have to fend for themselves in this moment, love them as I do. So I think that Gwydir is going to sort of sit there in thought for a second and probably swear at himself. Person! It's too important.
Indeed. Your loyalty lord goes to 21. Your loyalty sword of Nanteleod goes to 19.
My loyalty lord is already 22, so it goes to 23, and then Nanteleod down. Goes to swords down. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Perfect.
Right, and just give me 1 minute, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna die.
We're not
For
gonna
yourself.
die.
Where Rain's gonna
Hopefully.
make it.
Excuse
I
me.
I
Hey,
get lost in the mist all the time. We'll be fine.
Rain gets lost in the Forest Sauvage all the time, and so
Yeah.
it's literally part of his job. He's the forester up there. He has to travel through it all the time. He gets lost and pops back up just fine later. So
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
yeah, we'll make it. I mean, Rain will make it. I mean, Rain, I don't know, or Rune, because he's all
We'll be
depressed and stuff because he's got all that tragedy back home.
Yeah, all of that baggage that I keep dragging with me.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Rain's sitting here wanting to murder his sire, Kedrick, because he's a traitorous bastard.
We're going to come back from this and we kill a bishop and the seneschal. And
We're gonna start assassinating all the high positions in the court.
You got some
Matic.
issues.
Matic.
Yes.
As you're traveling through the fog on your own, realizing you've lost track of them, you see an old man with a cart ahead. He slows and gets off his cart.
Good man.
You look as if you've lost something, or perhaps someone.
I don't know if... I'm sorry, I've been rude. I am Sir Maddock. Who might you happen to be?
I am Merlin the Druid. He says Druid, not Druid.
Well, Marin. Pleasure to meet you.
You look lost. Are you lost, young knight? Perhaps you lost someone, perhaps a mentor?
I never thought I was lost until now. It's...
Yeah.
Yeah,
hard to
thank
say.
you.
Druid.
But I thank you for taking the interest. Might you be willing to travel for a while? If need be, I can see to your protection should bandits or something accost you.
I'm afraid
sure
I'm
where you're
going
going
a
is-
separate path than you, young knight. But I can help you with that missing mentor of yours.
I don't know where Sir Rune is.
I don't either. But I know where... I think you know him as Cormac. I know where that one is. In the dungeons of Prince Mark, to be specific.
Then it should be as simple as merely paying the ransom. Isn't it?
I'm afraid
Tell me
that
things
doesn't
work.
always work so well with that prince. He's been burning the pagans. He gets rid of his enemies. But I could return him to you. I have friends.
You could return Sir Cormac.
Indeed. I have friends with great pull. All I would need in turn is a favor from you when I call upon it. You can make a fairy lore test, sir.
I mean, there's a slight loyalty to Cormac, but Rune has done more for...
Yeah, just roll the roll.
Nope.
No idea. Up to you.
No clue.
Matic is he is literally the captain of the guard. You are a guard of Nanteleod, yes?
That is Cormac.
Yeah, that's what I meant. So,
Yeah.
Matic is a guard underneath the captain of the guard who is apparently missing, and this guy's claiming to know where he is. Do with that what you will. I agree that he might not be your mentor, but do with whatever you want Matic to do it. You need to roll something against each other to determine. I have a 4-minute window remaining, so
You have a 4-minute window. Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna roll proud versus reckless, or no. Reckless versus prudent.
All right. Do suspicious versus trusting. After all, he's just an old man.
He's just a guy.
A very trustworthy old
He's
man.
just a guy. Obviously, he's just a guy, and I can. Sir, I am sure that whatever favor you wish can be procured for you if you are truly capable of rescuing King Nanteleod's guard captain.
I need your word. Your favor.
If it's just a favor from a lowly knight, then yes, you have it.
And with that, you're alone in the forest. Another image, clearly. And as you're riding ahead, you ride for a while, probably another few hours. And all of a sudden, you reach a clearing and you see a corpse in the middle of the clearing. And Rune, Rain, and Lucius, you come from another direction into this clearing at the same time. And as all of you converge, you see the corpse move. It gets up and it stands before you all. And you all see Sir Cormac. And with that, we're going to close for the session.
I was muted. I was like, swords out. He said the corpse is moving. Why are they just looking?
Undead. Yeah.
Undead.
Right.
You know, I feel like Rune pulls it out and then he realizes who it is.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Zombie Cormac? I hope he's actually a zombie and he wasn't just like
Zombie Cormac. All right, guys.
Yeah,
we're
was
gonna...
he killed? Okay,
I
Who
want to know
knows?
if he was killed.
Who knows? We'll find out next time. That's the point of the cliffhanger. But we're gonna go ahead and quickly do a raid out because we got a few people here. So just hold your goddamn horses, and we'll go. We're gonna go raid out to the lollygaggers because they're pretty awesome. And please join our raid. If you liked what you saw here today, we do this Fridays, Sundays, and Tuesdays with different games. Lots of fun. There's lots of stuff interconnecting right now with the games. And yeah, we'll go from there.
Oh, look, a bot right at the end.
Of course. It's like, would you like some free art? Yeah. I don't see the lollygaggers. 1 second. It showed me their name when I looked. Damn it. Stupid Twitch.
Hey, nice to see you again, Sir Lunkus. What a treat.
Yeah,
It
man.
was. It was so good to have Lucius around.
Dude,
Nice to
Yeah.
be here, yeah.
I'm sad Cormac wasn't there.
I'm
Please.
very sad Cormac isn't here. I didn't get to
We
see
would have
him
had the whole
here.
Breakers of Chains dialogue again.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Well, we will
Fine.
see. I'll be in touch with Cyberbro to see if this could be a part 2 or not. If not, we'll have Lucius get lost in the fog. Easy solution. Yeah.
The poor
Again.
guy.
Sick, you know.
Yeah. It's like first time.
Dancing Summerland.
All
First time? Exactly, yeah.
All right, guys. I hope you had fun. Sorry, it
Always.
was more vignettes than I wanted, but it was still a lot of good fun. All right, we're
That was
gonna
fun.
raid out to lollygaggers. Make sure you send the raids when we go in. Talk to you next time.